What's up, everybody? Justin Frazier here, and today we're breaking down the Halloween Kills trailer with the help of Pinnacle vodka, whipped vodka with A&W root beer, and we're breaking it down, discussing certain things that I will point out, and that came true that I predicted. That it seems that way, anyways, last year. And then where I think that this is going in for the last installment, Halloween Ends. So all that and more right now. All right, without further ado, let's break this down. Okay, now as we can see, Michael is not there. Even at the end of Halloween 2018, he was not there at the end shot. He was there when they threw the flare down, house went up, or the boom went, flames all around him. And as they left and they went back to this shot, he was gone. And a lot of people knew that there was going to be, of course they said there was going to be Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. The question was, how did he survive? With, as you can tell in the beginning, the house engulfed in flames. I'm sorry, but if I was in that, I'd be dead. But everyone had the question, how? And I said, this is just, and there'll be a clip here to prove my theory here in a minute. But if y'all remember the gun case or the gun safe that had the door roll open, I told someone on Instagram that he went in there and closed that and barricaded himself away from the flames. True story. And that's when I thought about it, I said that's the only way he could. Everything else was engulfed in flames. So let's go ahead and go further into this. Okay, I just want to say right here, this is an epic shot of Michael coming out of the house. There's been other epic shots of other franchise characters, and this newly, this is 2018 or basically 20. This is what year is this? 2021 now. This movie would have released in 2020 if it hadn't been for the COVID pandemic. But this shot here, and just the look of like, what in the world? And I can predict that he took this possibly from the fireman that fell through the floor, if not found it somewhere on the bottom of the basement, or the trap, if you will. Everyone says this is an epic shot. Coming up right here, let's go ahead and forward. Right there, you see the bullet scar that whizzed through and got Michael in 2018 when Karen shot him. In the Trick or Treat Studios mask, they made the hole a heck of a lot bigger, huge, if you will, like Trump, huge. It was huge, and so this shot here was basically like, to me, it's like, okay, there's more to come. Michael is not done, and the kills begin. How about that first person view I don't think that's ever been done. I don't think it has. This guy's about to start up a chainsaw, basically. And Michael takes it, puts it back on the other guy. Oh, and let's go back to this part right here. For the first time, this is the dead guy's view of Michael killing someone. And as I watched another episode of this on someone else's channel, they made a very good point explaining that we rarely got another person's view of Michael's kills. It would have been something if they did it in other movies. And what comes to mind is the Halloween Resurrection. Although, a lot of people did not like it. When he had a guy against the wall squeezing his brains basically out. It would have been good if they had it at another person's viewpoint. But all they did was go to one person, and when they went back to the victim, his eyes were, dripping with blood. Where here, you see it. And this is my theory, too. I don't think we're seeing the full gore of all of this. A lot of people think, oh my God, they spoiled all these kills. But this is a trailer. This isn't a red band trailer. And I think there is more to come. Or more has not been even shown. I think the deaths of these firemen will be a lot more gruesome. Definitely. Especially through the kills throughout this trailer. I think the kills will be a lot more gruesome. I might be wrong. They might change it up. They might not. But I think the way he goes about it and finishes the kill will be shown in the movie. I love this shot. Right here. And you hear him breathing. You got the shade. The lighting is key, especially in the first 1978 movie of Halloween. It was blue lighting. You blocked out half his mask, and he had the other light, blue light. You got the fire here of the aged mask, which is epic. And who knows? I know Nick Castle and James Jude Courtney are both doing Michael scenes. I just don't know which ones are Nick Castle. I knew the one when Michael was seen by Laurie in the mirror or upstairs. That was Nick Castle. And Nick Castle yet again is going to be portraying. I'm sure not full-fledged body, but I'm sure he's going to be something like this. To me, I think this might be James Jude. Who knows? Nick has slimmer shoulders. He's, of course, all old guys. They have a little chub down here. Well, not that kind of chub, but the gut down here, and whatever. Where James is, still fit and still good. Speaking of, James is doing an excellent job of Michael, and James is the only actor that has portrayed Michael in 3 times in a row, constantly. Where they had the same guy that did Halloween 4, I think, do Halloween 6. I think his name was George Weber. I'm not sure. I think that's what it was. But it was every character has been different. Heck, even in the first one, everyone played Michael. But for this one, Nick Castle, James Jude Courtney.
My grandmother was right. The boogeyman was real. It's over.
I saw this shot today, and I can't tell, but it's very similar. The hospital gown that she's wearing is close, if not almost the same one as in when she played Laurie in Halloween 2, which Halloween 2 I love. I love Halloween 1, 2. If they went with 1 and 2 and then maybe, I guess, H2O. But 1 and 2 definitely have my heart, especially 2. 2 presented a little bit more, I guess, brutal kills. You even saw a little more blood, which Carpenter at first did not want. But you saw blood. And this shot right here, brings me back. She's, of course she's older. But I'm curious to see what they do with the hospital. I doubt they'll do anything with it. I'm sure there's certain shots and scenes in the hospital that concern her and Laurie's family. Maybe even some other characters. But one thing I have not noticed. Let's go ahead and go forward.
Whatever again.
Of course, you have, I think it was Hawkins. He's still dead. A lot of people, even I wanted him alive. I wanted him alive. But no one has seen, in this trailer, Sheriff Brackett. Of course, he's not a sheriff anymore, but he's retired. But he's in this movie. But they did not show him. Like the other Halloween trailers, I do not want them spoiling so much and keeping everything a secret. As you can see here, look, there's an axe already through this fireman. The other ones are laid out. Look, I think that's the saw. Who knows what happened? And like I said, they're going to show more in the movie than they will the trailer. I promise you, there's a lot more to be seen. Let me see. Back up a little bit. There's the house. There's the chimney. That might be a chimney too. The house is burned down. So by the time Michael murdered all these firemen, and however he went, walked, or drove, the house is completely down. Let's go.
No one told you.
Told me what?
Let me go back a little bit to this boy's death. Let's see if we can get it in there. Probably not. Let's go ahead. But the guy impaled on the fence, that was a good kill in my eyes. And then even the director, forget his name, but that was a fear he has always had as a kid. And he brought that fear to life. And the impalement of the fence through the bottom of the jaw, up through the face and skull was insane.
Somebody in there?
Now, if I'm correct, if I read right, because we couldn't tell because this woman had a hat on, apparently this woman is the graveyard, basically, supervisor. She's the one in 2018, possibly. She don't look, but she could be.
Michael Myers is alive.
Which now I'm looking, it could be. She had a hat on, so we couldn't see the blonde hair, the dyed hair that she had. Michael's, oh man, you can already tell some some burnt ends to this mask has happened. I'm sorry, but that was a sick kill. That's something. This is all these kills in this trailer basically tell me there is going to be a lot of kills and a lot of gory detail. And speaking of detail, I love the lighting yet again on this mask. His burnt end, hidden by the lighting. Let's see. She basically probably died or is dying. He's probably dead, but he's just going to, because he's pissed off. Laurie and her fam set him ablaze, and he's just, causing havoc on anyone in his path.
Stop! You had a knife in your stomach.
You and Allison should not have to keep running.
Let's see. I want to see how big this knife is, though. Let's see. Probably not going to show me. Hold on. We're going to fast forward, but I think we're going to do it 1.25. We'll see.
Keep running.
Oh, wait. That's too fast. Hold on. Oop. We need to go. I want to see this knife. Oh, we did see it. I can't tell, but that thing looks huge. It might be a tribute, who knows, to Rob Zombie's Halloween. For those who have not seen it, that knife in Halloween 2 was massive. It was basically a Bowie knife. Very huge.
Evil dies tonight.
I love the music, the new version of the Halloween theme. You'll see here.
I'm not just gonna sit and watch.
Let's back up a little bit. If anyone hasn't noticed, this nurse is from 2018, when he first killed some people in their house and walked out, and he's walking towards this other house. This woman and her boyfriend are shown getting into the car. Let's see if I can't slow it down, because I love this shot of Michael coming out of the car. Like, wow.
Sit and watch another innocent
Let's see, normal.
person die.
If you track Michael's victims,
Of course, Halloween 3 nods.
that's a straight line to Michael's childhood home.
So what he said was the deaths that are happening. We'll let you listen to it again.
Die.
If you track Michael's victims, that's a straight line to Michael's childhood home.
And I want to see that map, but apparently
Straight line to
let's see, Winchester. I forgot, but he said it goes all the way up to. I don't think we ever knew. Let's see, it was Haddonfield, but there was a certain street that it was on. Winchester. I think that's Hale Court. Ridge Road. But apparently the direction Michael is killing these people is as he's making his way apparently towards his home. He's killing victims left and right. And yes, the Myers house is in this movie. I think both the flashback and in present time.
Michael's childhood home.
Good shot, him walking in.
What do we do?
This is going to be iconic. This is going to be. Let me see.
What do we?
Okay. If I can get this name right, not butcher it. Oh God, brain fart. Michael Anthony Hall, I think. This is going to be an epic. This is supposed to be Tommy Doyle, which Laurie babysitted in the very first movie. Now, he's not the original actor, but he's going to portray him. And seeing him and the original actor of Lindsay Wallace, she's actually in this. And the way they tie this in, is, to me, and this is what I heard about the flashback too. They have the flashback to 1978 has significance, importance, and with that being said, I think seeing Lindsay, and then is it Lonnie when he went to the front door? He's in this. His older and younger. And I think when you saw him in the car pointing out the map, I think that is Lonnie. A grown-up adult version. That is Allison's boyfriend, if not ex-boyfriend, his dad.
We fight.
Yep, they're out probably gathering. Look, there's that guy dressed as a dog. I think this is before. Maybe. There's Michael Anthony Hall.
Let's hunt him down.
Another epic shot. Who knows when this happens, but I'm sure that's going to be good.
Michael.
A lot of people have theories about this shot. Let me drink real quick, but I think this shot, lo and behold, is when he's without his mask. If you saw at the end of the trailer, Karen takes off his mask. I do not think they're going to show his face. I think in 2018 they might have made a mistake by... We didn't actually see the full-fledged, but I think we saw parts of it. And I think with this lighting, the darkness, because you can tell.
Myers is...
There's ear, like, that's not a Myers mask. That's his face. And I know he's going to get his mask back. I don't think, I'm torn between, it would be pretty cool if he found another, like the untainted version of his old mask, but I doubt that's going to happen. I think it's going to get the current mask back eventually, somehow. There's so much, a lot of people think Lori might die, Karen might die, Allison might die. I have my own beliefs about that, and I'll discuss that once I get closer to the end here.
Flesh and blood.
Okay. I'm sure this is a nod, maybe to Halloween 2, the old one, the 81. But the town of Haddonfield's up in riot. They are pissed, just like Myers is. But I'm willing to see, because I know there's a third one. And knowing Michael, however this is going to transpire, but we may not, I don't know, see a shot of the town versus Myers. And Myers is going through and butchering every single person. I mean, you had firemen with axes and certain weapons and all that gear, and he still went through each and every one of them, depending on how many firemen were there. And you got all these townspeople. I don't know. I doubt Michael will walk right into this, but I believe that he will somehow jump, if not sneak, on each one of them one by one.
But a man couldn't have survived.
Okay, hold on a minute. This shot is important, as you can tell. What did I say earlier? Let's rewind. Let's rewind because okay. Okay, we are here at the door. I said that the way Michael survived the fire at Lori's house is the same door that Lori opened to reveal all of her weapons. Michael saw. And let me just say, I know people think, oh, he's just a brainless killing machine. Michael still has a brain on him. He saw this as an opportunity and took it. Look how the door raises up. Boom. How scary would that be? And I mean, some parts of his mask already burned, but I'm sure when the fireman that fell through the floor is on the floor, boom, Michael's like, yes, victim, okay. And he kills, as we'll see here in a minute.
Survived that fire.
Yep. He coming out of there. Look, there's the roll up. You know, you see those on like warehouses and stuff. He killed him. And I don't know if he got the weapon from the fireman here or he found it, you know, within the basement or the dungeon or cage, if you will. Epic shot. Looks like someone was running, but he looks injured. It might be just my imagination, but he looks injured on that. Let me back it up because I think someone was running. Yep, someone right. Let me speed it down or slow it down. Someone right there, and I believe, if I can remember through certain images, it might be Allison. Well, let's continue and see what else we can talk about.
The more he kills.
Yep, there's someone. I don't know who that is. Oh, heck yeah. This is iconic. For those who have seen the original. Okay, perfect. It paused right on the perfect spot. Look where that hand... If you watch the 1978 version, Michael did the same thing when Loomis and this nurse here went to go pick him up at the asylum. He went to go check because the inmates were out. He went to go check the gate or the guard gate. She was left alone in the car. She didn't have a gun, I don't believe, at the time. And Michael was on top of the car, jumped on, did this exact same hand to the window shield. Where back in the day, I don't know how they do it now, but they had almost like a kind of a, to me it looked like a mouth guard that a football player uses. And it was attached to his wrist maybe or his hand somehow. And that's how when he hit the window, the rubber piece or whatever would break the impact. Because you could tell it in the original. Where this one, I can't tell. You know, who knows how they make fake glass these days. But let's see. She's talking about the more he transcends, which he's not going to be something supernatural, but more of...
The more he transcends.
The more, I guess, kills. I just feel like he'll give him more initiative, you know. Look, this time he broke it. I can't. Who knows? My opinion is that, God, I forgot this nurse's name. She was in Halloween 1A and 2. And she was in H2O. But anyways, her character, I feel like, possibly Tommy Doyle and Lindsay Wallace will die. I think Michael will finally catch up to them, and they will meet their end. Just my opinion. Who knows? I cannot wait to see this movie. Let's see here. Oh no! Lindsay Wallace, folks. Lindsay, the original actor from '78. I don't know what kids, if not maybe Allison, her boyfriend. We'll see. I want to see. Okay, that's a good shot of her. That's a good shot. He looks a little skinnier there. It might be Nick Castle, but I feel like Nick Castle is a lot shorter now. You know, old age shrinks you. But still, a great shot. Let's see here.
He's the essence of...
Boy, I don't know if this is actually going to be in the movie. This could be just for the trailer. But the detail on this burnt mask is insane. You got a little blood spot here. The Nomex coveralls right here. You see the burnt. You see the detail. The lighting. It is crazy.
evil.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe they're mad at Laurie. Laurie looks... the hospital looks insane. But... somebody is smashing... why? Through the window door? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's just tired of waiting for his Viagra. Who knows? But let's see. Okay. For those who do not know, I'm pretty sure of this. I can bet my paycheck on it. Allison's ex dumbass boyfriend here is in the current Myers house. This isn't a flashback. I'm sure he's on the top floor. The window. Back in the day, the windows probably didn't have... and I don't know if the Myers house actually got bought and redone. It'd be interesting to see how they present the Myers house current. I know the flashback will be torn down or look kind of rugged or whatever. But the current one, with all this scene here, I think someone bought it. Or they spruced it up to try to sell it. Strode Realty, if they're still trying to sell it. If they did sell it, Michael probably already killed the owners themselves. That ain't good. I mean, so there's a body or something above him. Let me slow it down here. Because Michael comes out of this, looks like maybe a broom closet. Slams him up against the back wall, kind of like the old school, it was what's her name's boyfriend in the kitchen. Did the same thing. It'd be interesting to see if they do a nod to that and Michael raises him. If not, who knows? I really don't know who's going to live, who's going to die. Well, let's continue. Apparently shoots and explodes the pumpkin. But I want to look at this image here. Wow. You can tell there's a hole there. Burnt. Hair's crisp. Nomex is all, crisp too. Still up on the second floor. This might have been Myers' room as a boy. I'm trying to remember the first one when he walks up. I believe he continues to walk and then grabs the mask. He might grab the mask here. This might be Myers' room. And Judith's other room, when he killed his older sister, is further this way. Let us continue. That's another excellent shot. Mask is all melted up. Apparently, Allison is antagonizing Michael to kill her. I'm sure it's just a way of trapping him, but watch this.
You want your mask? Come and get it!
Yeah, so... Karen has the mask now. They're not showing his, which I hope they don't. The town, it sounds like maybe she grabbed some townspeople. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victims, probably. This guy looks like in his pajamas. And they're going to wreak havoc on Michael.
Come and get it!
Holding the mask up. Now it's not crunched up, but showing from his point of view. I am very curious. And if I was a betting person, I would say in this movie, Karen dies. I think Karen dies. And I'm going to talk more about my theory of what happens after Karen dies at the very end here. But this is, there's a fear and there's like, come on, bring it kind of facial expression. Michael is Michael. We all saw in the trailer, before this probably, if not, that he picks up his mask eventually. So does she get away? Karen get away and he just picks up the mask and continues? Or maybe, as I feel like, he kills Karen and gets his mask back. I don't know, but someone said this is more like an Empire Strikes Back movie, where there's some terrible thing happening at the end, but the very end of it, there's some kind of glimmer of hope, and that hope is either going to be Laurie or Allison or both. I do not think it's Karen. It could be. Let's continue.
I'm coming for you, Michael.
Okay. Apparently, this is the knife when they went on that truck. This is from Laurie's house. That's what Michael had, and that's what Allison used to scrape and slash his right arm, stab him in the right shoulder, to make him, lose his grip on Karen and be trapped in the cage basement, if you will. Everyone in this movie is pissed. Everybody. She is. Michael is. The townspeople is. No one is happy on Halloween, except for the people watching this movie on October 15th. I will be ecstatic. But let's get into, because I think this is the end, if you will.
For you, Michael.
October 15th. Oh, and I will just say this, going back, the way she looked, that's another good observation to point out, if I can get it right on there. Might be right here.
I'm coming for you.
Apparently she's already put on her clothes. She had a hospital gown on. Now she's got her clothes on. She's got a knife. She's coming for Michael. Another reason for me to believe Michael killed Karen, her daughter, Laurie's daughter. This is more of, oh man, like this is gonna be epic. And this is me, my opinion on this movie. Michael kills Karen. Allison's still alive, probably distraught and crazy that her mom is dead. Laurie goes after Michael. It might end there, but and Halloween Ends, the next movie next year, in 2022, I think we have a Laurie and Michael showdown. Where, oh man, I feel that either A, both Laurie and Michael die, and Allison lives. Allison could be the factor of helping Laurie, of somehow helping her in a way, but at the same time they both die. Or B, option B, Allison helps out Laurie, her grandma, and they both kill Michael. Michael is gone for good. There's your trilogy. Halloween 2018. Or it's not really not a trilogy. I know they're going to make this like a 4-part. Halloween 1978, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, where Michael is dead and someone else can start up their own franchise. And to me, this is probably the best version I've seen yet, compared to so many others. I like some of them. Like I said, Halloween 2, Halloween 3 was basically its own, off version of Halloween, which in its own right is awesome. I love it. Halloween 4 was good. I believe the mask was different. Halloween 5, oof. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say, oof. 6 was good as far as the mask, kills, what they were trying to do. But at the same time, 6 was trying to explain why Michael the way he is. 7, which was H2O. Going back to Halloween 2, I thought the music, more of a scenery could have been changed. Resurrection, oh man. There was annoying characters. There was Busta Rhymes. I know they were trying to relate to current people back in the day, but that didn't work out. Then Rob Zombie came out with his, which I loved his first one. The second one was just oh man. It was too uncomfortable even for me. And then now this started. And I love this because this is a different take on it. But yeah, Michael and Laurie battle out. Either both die, Laurie lives, or C. I think somehow either Laurie dies, Allison is alive. They think Michael is dead, but Michael is actually alive, leaving a cliffhanger, leaving for anyone to start their own franchise. Because I think Allison's still young. Allison could be the next Laurie Strode, because I think Laurie might be done completely after this after Halloween Ends. I know she's not much of a horror person. She said she was done, but she loved the script that David Gordon Green presented, and this was a different way to show trauma after 40 years. And I think they've done a great job. And Laurie loves it, or Jamie Lee Curtis does. So it all ties in. And I think...
You, Michael.
I think with, the soundtrack, with everything building up, it's going to be interesting. Because, oh my God, I mean, you have... Think of your Friday the 13th films. Think of your Scream films. Even though they might die or they're buried somehow in the ocean or something's done to them, somehow, some way, the killer finds its way back. Whether someone else is portraying the killer, some weird voodoo crap brings him back to life. I'm talking about Scream and Friday the 13th. Hatchet, that guy was just butchered so many ways, destroyed, but he still came back, slaughtered and whatnot. But I believe if they do call this the end, which is Halloween Ends, and Michael is done with this series. Someone said before, you would be crazy if you think they're done with Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise after Halloween Ends. Well, this is my theory. Definitely, to my acknowledgement, they're not done. After next year's Halloween Ends, they aren't done. I know, if not this year, soon, I would feel like a Halloween video game will be produced. Gun Media is working on a horror franchise right now. They're the ones who created Friday the 13th. And Kane Hodder, who is known for Jason, is portraying the killer yet again, or doing the movements. Apparently he did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, some bits in there. I didn't even know that. He might have did ones in the third one. I forgot what other ones, but definitely in the third one, he helped out. Hatchet, I doubt it's a Hatchet game. And then I could see them. They use them for Halloween. They can just make the height, because I'm not sure, but I feel like Kane Hodder is a small person. Not that small, but smaller than James Jude Courtney, which I would not understand why they wouldn't use James Jude, but I feel like that maybe that would give it away if it was James Jude Courtney, that it was a Halloween game. So who knows? And apparently, I don't know when. I thought it was supposed to be this year. More to come, hopefully. I know someone else is working on an Evil Dead game. That I can't wait for. But don't think for a second that the Halloween franchise is over with. It's not. It's not. Whether it's a video game, whether it's action figures, whether it's something, they're going to keep pushing this and make, because the Friday the 13th is in a lawsuit. You have to still get rights for the Nightmare on Elm Street, which everyone's contemplating of bringing back Robert Englund, which I'll be fine with. I know he wants to do maybe one more. And then you have, there's someone else. Is it Kevin Bacon? And I think about it, like, yeah, he would be a great Freddy. Give him a shot. But, there's so much, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming back. So, yet again, we might have a Texas Chainsaw video game. But as far as movies goes, I feel like either someone will pick up. It won't be I doubt it'll be Blumhouse and David Gordon Green. It might be Blumhouse. It might not be David Gordon Green. But I know he's done after this. But either someone will pick up from this franchise, which they could, or create their own. Michael will be back some way, in some fashion, somehow. Golly. I would say it's too late, way too late, to do sequels off of so many movies that have been done. But having your own take on it, I wouldn't mind seeing. So many fan films coming out. They're even doing a female Michael Myers, which in the end of Halloween 4, we all thought Jamie Lee Curtis was going to be a female lead. She's had a, who knows? But I feel like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many things that are going to be produced from this franchise. It's money. If they can make a buck off of it, if it'll be a hit, they're going to make their buck. They're going to produce it. Game, movie, action figure, something, board game, who knows? But it's going to happen. And what excites me is you got, if it's still this year, Halloween Kills, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and next year, Scream 5. I didn't realize what kind of what kind of horror person I was until I realized, you know what? It's more of a slasher, if not some mask-wielding knife. He's wielding a knife, chainsaw, machete. The villain, if not the boogeyman, has to have a mask. That's what gets me. Like, if anything, like, oh, a mask killer, you say? Okay. It's like, what was that one with a baby face? And she kept repeating. It's almost like Groundhog's Day. It was all right, but at the end, it was like, what? It's not over with yet? And then she figured out who really was the killer. So, I mean, I love mass killers. I'm happy that they're doing Halloween. We probably couldn't even see this, but they are doing it. And at the same time, it's sad to know, oh my God, next year, that franchise comes to an end. But the mysterious part is, what's next? So that's my theory. That's the breakdown on Halloween Kills, October 15th. I took vacation. I took vacation for that week. So I will be seeing that. Once tickets are available, I'm hitting up everybody on a private Facebook page. If it's an issue for everybody or whatever it is, the issue may be, like I said, I will reserve that theater. Either way, October 15th at night, probably around a 7 o'clock showing or whatever, we will see Halloween Kills. Finally. So that's going to do it for me. I am Justin Frugier. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Just Talk. I know it's a little bit longer than expected, but this is a breakdown. It's something I have a passion for. But everyone have a great day. If you love this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and loved ones. And let's see, today is Tuesday. But I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. The weekend is coming up. Hang in there. And let's kick some booty. And remember, every day is Halloween. Y'all take care. Love y'all.